Welcome to another video, guys. Today I'll be doing a head-to-head comparison between TECNO Spark 3 and Huawei Y7 Prime 2019, which has better features. So the Huawei Y7 Prime 2019, it comes in plastic and also metal body build. It's coming out of the box with 8.1 Android Oreo, out of the box with 6.26 inches with a full display screen, 720 by 150/20 pixels on the screen, and the aspect ratio is 19.9, which everybody is talking about full display. And then the screen type is IPS screen. The GPU is Adreno 506. It has 32 GB RAM internal, and which is expandable to 512 GB, and then the RAM is 3 GB. So definitely you can use his nano SIM. It comes in, and then the chipset on the Huawei Y7 Prime is a Qualcomm SMD 450 Snapdragon 450. So like Qualcomm, this is like the mid-range chipset on the device, and then it comes with the CPU is octa-core 1.8 GHz, and then the rear camera, like is shown before, is 13 megapixels and 2 megapixels on the front. And then you can see the colors that is being displayed on the screen right now. We have the red, maroon red, the black, the off blue, and then the sky blue color. And then the front camera definitely 16 megapixels. So let's talk about the Spark 3. The Spark 3 body build is plastic. It's coming out of the box with Android 9 Pie. That is the Spark 3 Pro. And then the Spark 3 and the Spark 3 Pro will be coming out of the box Android 9 Pie. But the Spark 3 Lite will be coming out of the box Android 8.1 Oreo Go edition. So Android Go edition on that one. And then the display screen is 6.26 inches. And then the screen resolution is 720 by 1520 pixels. The aspect ratio is also a full display 19:9 ratio. The screen definitely is IPS. And then one thing you need to know is that the Mali 400 Power VR GPU is what is being used on this device with 16 GB RAM, which is expandable to 64 GB, and then there's a 1 GB variant and then a 2 GB variant. The 1 GB variant is the one which will be coming with the Android Go edition, and then definitely the phone doesn't have a 4G. So for those who are thinking maybe it has a 4G, and then you'll be having a nano SIM come through with the device. And then the chipset on this device is the MediaTek MTK MT6761 Helio A22. That's the MediaTek MT65680 as well. Those two chipsets are the chipsets that will be coming on with the Spark 3 and the Spark 3 Pro respectively. One thing I want to say as well here is that the rear camera is 13 megapixels and 2 megapixels in front, 2 megapixels, and they both have selfie 2 cameras. So the front camera is 8 megapixels definitely, and the camera battery life would be 3500 mAh. So this is something to look forward to for battery lovers. So guys, let's take a closer look into the head-to-head rating of both the Spark 3 and the Huawei Y7 Prime 2019. Taking a look at the display of both smartphones, they share similar features. The first thing I want to say here is that they have notches at the top of their screens, which is also in the selfie camera. Now the next thing is both devices offer 720 by 1440 pixels on their screens, and the final thing here is that both screens, they are measuring at 6.26 inches each. Definitely. So this means that they both have full display. Now concerning design, they also have similarities. They both have fingerprint scanners. They both have their camera vertically placed at the back panels. But however, the Spark 3 and the Huawei Y7 Prime 2019 does not share the same dimensions. Definitely. So the Spark 3, for instance, the Spark 3 is 76.2 inches thick, while the Y7 stands at 76.9 inches thickness in terms of thickness. So definitely, and then in terms of color, you can get the Spark 3 in black, red, gold, purple, while the Huawei Y7 Prime 2019 comes in aurora blue, midnight black, and coral red. Now, taking a look at the second option, the second thing I'd like to talk about is the hardware and the software. Now, surprisingly, the Spark 3 has 3 variants which offer either MTK 6580 SoC or MTK 6761 Helio A22 SoC. Now, besides the Huawei Y7 Prime, it runs on the Qualcomm SDM 450 Snapdragon 450 chipset, which is a much more powerful processor. Definitely, you can multitask, you can do so many other things that the Spark 3 Pro cannot even do. So, and then the Spark 3 has a 1GB or 2GB RAM variant, which includes a 16GB internal storage. The space can be extended to 64GB using SD cards, while the Y7 Prime has a larger 3GB RAM with 32GB worth of internal storage, which can be expanded to 512GB using a memory card. That is something large. If I think really. Now the Spark 3 runs on the Android 9 Pie for the 2GB version, while the Android 8.1 Oreo Go edition powers the 1GB version. So definitely, and now both operating systems of both the Spark 3 and the Spark 3 Lite, which is running on the 8.1 Oreo Go edition, there's the TECNO HiOS skins on both devices. However, but definitely the Huawei Y7 Prime 2019 edition has just one single variant, which is supported by the Android 8.1 Oreo edition, which is also have in the EMUI 8.2. Now, another thing I would like to talk about is the camera. Now, looking at both devices, they share similar device because they both have two cameras. Now, they both have dual camera setups on their back panels. Now, but then which has one 13 megapixel primary sensor and the 2 megapixels the secondary sensor on both devices. Now look, here's one difference with them though, because the Huawei Y7 Prime 2019 has a 16 megapixels selfie camera in front, while this TECNO Spark 3 has a smaller 8 megapixel sensors camera in front. Definitely it means that I've used both devices, and then I can tell you for a fact that the Huawei Y7 Prime 2019 edition takes better selfies than the TECNO Spark 3. Now, another thing I'd like to talk about is the battery and the connectivity. Now, for the Y7 Prime, it has a massive fast charging 4000 mAh battery capacity powering it, while the Spark 3 uses a regular 3500 mAh battery capacity. Definitely, TECNO is no longer doing anything over 3000 mAh lately, except for the power series. I have not seen any TECNO phone that is going above the 3500 mAh. I think most times for phones like the Spark series, I think many people want to use their phones to game, many people want to use their phone to listen to music, and many other things like that. So I think TECNO should work on this. Now let's take a look at the cost. The cost between both is for the Spark 3 will be retailing around 34,000 to 36,000. That's for the 1GB version variant, while the 2GB variant will be retailing between 36,000 and 37,000. But the Huawei Y7 Prime is coming at 59,900 naira. Definitely, you would not expect that these two devices will be retailing at similar price, because one is more high end in terms of the specifications than the other. So, which do you think I would choose? Which do you think you would choose? The Huawei Y7 Prime 2019 or the Spark 3 Pro? The Y7 Prime, Huawei Y7 Prime 2019 has a more powerful processor and then a stronger battery, which allows users definitely enjoy more hours of gameplay, browsing, better selfie camera, and thus even listening to music. Definitely, I would go for that over the Spark 3 Pro. But definitely, let me know what you think. Let me know which one you got from the market. Let me know what you think about both devices.